What's up, everybody? Justin here to do a SmackDown Live review. I always do SmackDown Live reviews after SmackDown pay-per-views. That's when I do SmackDown Live reviews. But next week is special. Money in the Bank Women's Rematch. The Money in the Bank Women's Match will take place next week on SmackDown. Thank you, Daniel Bryan, for doing that, because it had to be done. That is what is best for business and best for the fans. That was stupid, what you did at Money in the Bank, having a man get the briefcase, drop it to Carmella. That was stupid bullshit. That was dumb-ass bullshit. So very happy next week we get the Women's Money in the Bank rematch restarted. I'll probably do a review on that show next week. Also, I'll probably do a live reaction to the Women's Money in the Bank rematch on SmackDown Live next week. But right now is my SmackDown Live review for after Money in the Bank, June 20th, 2017 SmackDown Live review. Up first, we had Daniel Bryan backstage. It's good to see him back. Really good to see him back. Congratulations to Daniel Bryan. The guy's a father. He's now a new father. I'm happy for the guy. And I'm happy for Brie. So Daniel Bryan backstage with all 5 women. Becky, except for Carmella, I believe. It was Becky, Tamina, so 4 women. Becky, Tamina, Natalya, and Charlotte were all backstage. They were very angry at Daniel Bryan. They were all talking to him at once. So Daniel Bryan had 5 angry women talking to him. And he bailed out of the room. And that's what you should do. If you have 5 angry women yelling at you, you should just bail out and leave and run away. So then the show started. And E.T. Ellsworth and Carmella come out. Major heat. Major boos for them. Carmella's holding the briefcase, which I don't care what anybody says. If you're a fan of Carmella, cool. If you like her, that's cool. You can like whoever you want. But it's a fact that Carmella did not get the briefcase first. She didn't climb the ladder, and she didn't get it for herself. Ellsworth dropped it to her. E.T. dropped it to her. That's not her winning. In my opinion, that is not Carmella winning, because Ellsworth unhooked it and just dropped it to her. So that's not Carmella winning for herself. But Carmella and Ellsworth, they had major boos and really great heat. So Carmella was ripping the fans on the mic. She started ripping into the fans. That was pretty awesome. Carmella did some very good mic work, I thought. Very good on the mic. So up next we had, what the hell was it? Charlotte backstage. I was trying to read what I wrote for my review. Charlotte backstage with Daniel Bryan. She was really pissed off. And she had a right to be. The queen had a right to be angry. So Charlotte says to Daniel, "This cannot stand. What are you doing?" And she says to Daniel to end the backstage segment, "Do the right thing." And I agree. He had to do the right thing for sure. If he didn't do the right thing, I would have said, "Daniel, you're not welcome back. And I'm not happy to see you," if he wouldn't have done the right thing. Anyways, Daniel Bryan, he can't be a heel general manager ever again, because the guy's never going to be booed ever again. Even if he started doing the no, if the fans are chanting yes, yes for his entrance, and Daniel as a GM started going no, 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 the fans wouldn't care. They would just start chanting no then. So the first match of this SmackDown Live, the first match was New Day's Big E. And New Day cut a promo before the match. It was way too long of a promo, in my opinion. So Big E comes out. He has a match. Big E versus Jimmy Uso. I don't like the Usos. Never have. Big E wins. Thank God he won. And my guess is this feud is not over for the tag titles. We're going to see the New Day against the Usos again. Probably a no DQ match at Battleground, the SmackDown pay-per-view in July, Battleground. So now Natalya's backstage with Daniel Bryan talking to him, pissed off, and Natalya has every right to be pissed off. Telling Daniel that was not right what happened, you gotta fix this, stuff like that. Then Tamina gets involved. Tamina comes in a segment and says, I don't care if you thought you were going to win, Natalya. She goes, I want to win and I should be the winner or something like that. So Tamina and Natalya both arguing with Daniel Bryan that he needs to fix this. So then we have a John Cena return promo about John Cena returning. I don't care. So now what I do care about is Naomi was being interviewed. Naomi was being interviewed and Lana. Or I don't know, maybe Naomi was not being interviewed. Maybe she was talking to Daniel Bryan or something. But they show Naomi backstage and in comes Lana into the segment. I love Lana. So Lana comes into the segment and says, I want a rematch. And Naomi kind of laughs at her, says, you think you deserve a rematch after I just beat you on Sunday? And then Naomi says, because I'm a fighting champion, she says, I'll give you another title shot next week. I think she said next week. So if that's true, we're going to have a women's title shot and a women's Money in the Bank. That is going to be a hell of a SmackDown Live episode. So it should be called the Night of the Women for next week's SmackDown Live. So next week, I think it's Naomi defending against the ravishing Lana. So up next, we had Randy Orton. Randy Orton and Tom Phillips sit-down interview where Randy talked about his loss at Money in the Bank. He said he beat himself and that his father, he said, if you touch any member of my family, I'm going to go off on you. Randy says, that's my fault, that's my mistake, I beat myself. So it was a good interview to hear from Randy Orton. It was a good addition to this episode. Up next, we have Dolph Ziggler against Nakamura. This was a very good match. I enjoyed it. Nakamura wins, and he should have won. I don't know what they're going to do with Dolph anymore because the guy's done everything there is to do. The only thing he hasn't done is main event WrestleMania and win a Royal Rumble. But Dolph has been U.S. champion, Intercontinental champion, World Heavyweight champion. I mean, not pushing Dolph like 2 years ago, not pushing him, I think the time has passed to push Dolph as a top guy. Yes, he has a talent of a top guy. He has the skills, the talent. He has a promo ability, the wrestling ability. Dolph has a look. The guy's a great-looking guy. He has a lot of fans, a lot of women fans, a lot of guy fans. So Dolph is a star. The guy's a big star. But I just think the time has passed to push him as a main event level star. That main events pay-per-views, I think that time has passed. Because WWE dropped the ball and they didn't push him when they should have as a top guy. So Nakamura wins, and that was the right decision. Up next, we had Sami Zayn backstage, I think, with Daniel Bryan. So Sami Zayn says, or someone, I think Daniel Bryan said, next week it's Baron Corbin against you, Sami Zayn. And Sami's happy about that because he says, then I'll get my revenge on Corbin next week. Because in the past, Corbin has attacked Zayn over and over and beat down Sami Zayn, but still, in Zayn I trust. So maybe Zayn will win next week. I don't know. So then Becky, another backstage segment with Daniel Bryan. Becky talking to Daniel Bryan, very upset. Becky was very upset, pretty emotional, and this got me upset. I was sad because I like Becky a lot. So it was sad to hear Becky so emotional. She was saying, I was about to get the briefcase, and then Ellsworth had to interfere. She was saying, this is not right, Daniel. This is not right. And you said SmackDown Live is a land of opportunity for the women. And she says, well, that's not true anymore. That's dead. Something like that. So then she says, do the right thing, Daniel. You gotta fix this, stuff like that. Up next, we had Kevin Owens. This episode of SmackDown, they got a lot accomplished. They put a lot, they crammed a lot into this SmackDown Live. Up next, we had Kevin Owens' Open Challenge. U.S. title is on the line. His Open Challenge, he said the challenger had to be from Dayton, Ohio. So I thought it was going to be a job guy, but instead AJ Styles. Music hits. A phenomenal one, AJ Styles. His music hits. And AJ comes out, says, I want to face you right now for the U.S. title. He says, I'm here to accept the challenge. Kevin Owens goes, no, no, no. That's not the rules. You can't do that. You're not from Dayton, Ohio. And then out hits American Alpha's music. Chad Gable comes out, part of American Alpha. I haven't seen them for months. So it was great to see Chad Gable back on SmackDown Live. The guy's a great talent, great worker, great wrestler. Chad Gable, former Olympic wrestler, former great amateur. So a lot of great amateurs usually become great pro wrestlers, like Kurt Angle. One of the greatest of all time is Kurt Angle, because he won Olympic gold medal. Other greats that have been amateurs, Jack Swagger is pretty good. Dolph Ziggler was a great amateur. He's damn good. There's so many amateur wrestlers that were good, become great pro wrestlers. For some reason, they pick it up really easy. So, I wish I would have wrestled in high school. That's one thing I regret, is I wish I would have wrestled in high school. I think I would have been pretty good at it. Anyways, so Kevin Owens, he says, Chad Gable, you're not from Dayton. And Chad Gable goes, yes, I am. I just moved here this morning. So then AJ grabs the mic, says, ring the bell. And the bell rings. So Chad Gable's getting a title shot at the U.S. Open Challenge. Chad Gable, Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens wins, of course, retains the U.S. title. And they had a good match. It wasn't that long, but it was good enough. So now the Hype Bros are backstage. Hype Bros backstage with Daniel Bryan. Ton of backstage segments on this episode. Hype Bros backstage, and they're talking about that they want a tag title shot, that they never got one when they became number one contenders, because when they became number one contenders, Zack Ryder blew his knee out and had to get surgery. So Hype Bros asked for a tag title shot. Daniel Bryan says you will get one, and that will probably happen maybe at Battleground. Maybe it could be a triple threat. New Day, Hype Bros, Usos at Battleground. So then Sami Zayn, now, this was weird. This was just trying to sell and push one of WWE's advertisers, Dunkin' Donuts, I believe. This was them just trying to sell Dunkin' Donuts. Ty Dillinger, which he hasn't been on TV on SmackDown for like over a month or 2 months. I don't know what the hell they're doing with Ty Dillinger, but they need to start using that guy more on SmackDown pay-per-views and SmackDown, because Ty Dillinger, that guy's really talented. So Ty Dillinger, Sami Zayn, in a stupid segment selling Dunkin' Donuts coffee. They're looking at 2 cups, and Ty keeps saying, that's a perfect 10. That's a perfect 10. Stuff like that. It was an odd segment. It wasn't, at least it wasn't long. I don't think it went over 2 minutes. So now Daniel Bryan goes out to the ring to talk and make his decision on who is the Money in the Bank women's winner. Who won it? Is he going to strip Carmella? Is he not going to? Daniel Bryan makes his decision. All the women come out. All 5 women that were involved in a match, and then stupid ET's there also on the side of next to Carmella, because the guy goes everywhere Carmella goes. So ET's in the ring with 5 other women, and Daniel Bryan says to Carmella, this has never happened before, where someone else unhooked the briefcase and gave it to someone else. He goes, and he says, right now I'm taking the briefcase from Carmella. So Daniel Bryan takes it away from Carmella. She's pissed. She's upset. She looks like she's about to cry. Or she looked like she was crying. And Ellsworth, before he took it, Ellsworth starts yelling at Daniel Bryan about his new baby daughter. This was not a smart move by stupid ET. Yelling at Daniel Bryan about your hippie vegan baby is at home or something. They're ripping Daniel Bryan's baby daughter, which was stupid. And then Daniel Bryan got pissed, and the guy yells at Ellsworth, shut up. If you ever bring up my daughter again, I'm going to punch you in the face and fire you immediately. So that's funny. And that did shut up E.T. So he strips Carmella. Round of applause for that, because she didn't deserve to win it like that. Again, Ellsworth unhooked it first. He climbed the ladder. He dropped it to her. That ain't right. What he did, that should not be official. Thank God it's not official. Then Daniel Bryan announces, all 5 of you next week. He says, I'm going to hang the briefcase next week on SmackDown. We will have the Money in the Bank match. Winner gets a briefcase. And if Ellsworth interferes, I'm pretty sure Bryan will come out and ban Ellsworth from ringside, hopefully. What I don't get is Shane McMahon. Why wasn't he at Money in the Bank? And if he wasn't needed for a SmackDown Live pay-per-view when he's a damn commissioner, if he wasn't needed to be there, that's stupid. That doesn't make any sense. That his brand's pay-per-view's happening and he's not there. I get why Daniel Bryan wasn't there. He was still at home with his baby and wife, because Daniel Bryan deserved to get time off for the birth of his daughter and to be there for her for like over a month. And if Daniel only has to go on the road once a week, that's pretty good. So the guy can be home for 5 or 6 days with his baby daughter. That'll be pretty good. What was I going to say now? Shane McMahon. Why wasn't he at Money in the Bank? I do not understand it. Why Shane did not come out and say, Carmella, you're not the winner. Let's restart the match. I don't get it. Why they didn't restart it Sunday. That is fucking stupid why they did not. I don't get it. But that's WWE logic for you. Don't have your SmackDown commissioner at the pay-per-view of SmackDown. That is stupid. But everything's all good now. I'm happy. The Money in the Bank women's ladder match will go on next week and be restarted. And we will get a winner. And it won't be E.T. Ellsworth getting it down. So, I thought what would have been great when these 5 women were in the ring and Daniel Bryan said, you 5 will compete next week in the Money in the Bank ladder match. I thought what would have been great, but I don't think she's cleared. But it would have been great, and she would have got a great pop. If Paige's music would have hit and Paige would have came out and got in the ring, got on the mic and said, I am a part of SmackDown now. I just signed a SmackDown Live contract that Daniel Bryan offered me. And then Paige could have said, and now I am the 6th member of next week's Money in the Bank ladder match. Paige could have said, I am the 6th woman that's going to be in it next week. And the crowd would have loved it. I would have loved it. I would have marked out. But I guess Paige, I don't think she's cleared yet. She probably won't be allowed I don't think she'll be cleared and be allowed to be back in a WWE ring probably till October or November. She probably won't even... They'll probably hold her off TV for a long time, probably till after Royal Rumble 2018. But that would have been great if Paige was cleared. That would have been great to see her return and be the 6th woman in the Money in the Bank ladder match, because she deserves to be in that match. She's done a lot for the women's division in NXT and WWE. Before there's Sasha, Charlotte, Bayley, and Becky, before those 4 were on the main roster, it was Paige's division, basically. Paige was a division, and she was carrying it. Until stupid Nikki Bella, I believe, defeated Paige, or Nikki Bella held the title, Divas title, for the longest time, which was stupid. So then, as I said, Daniel Bryan makes a match, Money in the Bank women's ladder match, rematch next week. A better main event, the SmackDown Live. So now the main event was, I forgot about this match, but it was Luke Harper against the WWE Champion Jinder Mahal, Jinder Juice, against Luke Harper. How the hell did it end? I think it was a DQ. I don't remember who won, and I don't really care. I like Luke Harper, but I know Randy Orton, first Baron Corbin came out, his music hit, crowd got excited. Crowd popped. Corbin was holding up the briefcase like he was going to cash in, but then he did not. Corbin's just playing mind games with Jinder, and I like that. That's a good idea for Corbin to keep doing that and playing mind games. And I guarantee you Corbin's going to cash in at SummerSlam and win. So Corbin leaves, then Randy Orton appears and beats the crap out of the Jinder, backdrops him into the Timekeeper's area, beats the crap out of Singh Brothers, hits RKOs out of nowhere on them, and then the SmackDown Live episode ends. My grade for this SmackDown Live, they shoved a lot into this episode. I really enjoyed it. I would give the grade of this SmackDown Live, I'll give it a B+. I enjoyed it. Next week, I hope I can give it a grade of A+. And I hope we get a great women's Money in the Bank ladder match. And I hope Lana and Naomi's also very good, if it's on the show next week. This was my SmackDown Live June 20th, after Money in the Bank 2017 review. Hope you enjoyed it. Follow me on Twitter. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And have a great week. I don't know when I'll do my next video. Maybe Wednesday or Thursday. Have a great week. Bye for now, everybody.